Hey guys, it's Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I'm here with my friend and yours, Jeff Leake. He's one of our programming directors, and we're going to talk about 3 reasons why SiriusXM has the best content available.
Reason number 1, exclusive content.
So, Jeff, we talk about content. Content is king. So, what does that mean for you, and how do you position our content as a leader in the industry?
Well, one thing about SiriusXM is that we're constantly able to evolve the content. What we had on the air yesterday, sure, it may be great, but there's something exciting that's coming again tomorrow. We have the contacts with the artists, we have the contacts with the providers, and we are with the biggest sporting leagues in the world. So you can have it when you need it, and it's always changing. Reason number 2, it's more than just music.
So, Jeff, when we talk about content, and there's so many content providers out there in the market, people listen to Spotify, people listen to Tidal. There's lots of things available to people to listen to in their vehicles and outside of their vehicles. So, in my mind, what sets SiriusXM apart is that statement of more than just music. What does that mean to you?
You know, there's a lot more than just music. Even on just the music channels, there's a lot more. So we can say we're with the artists every single day. They're coming into our studios. We're having exclusive live performances with them. That exclusive chatter, that talking about their albums, talking about their influences. They're with us all the time. But then when you step away from music, there is all the sports and the top podcasts in the world that are on the platform. Plus, the greatest interviewer ever in the history of broadcast, Howard Stern, is with SiriusXM.
Never heard of that guy.
He's doing okay.
And how about sports? Talk about some of the leagues that we work with and we deliver to our customers.
Yeah, there's all the major leagues that we're with: the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL. NHL, I just was talking to the guys the other day. They were in Nashville for the NHL awards, and funny enough, one of our country radio hosts was hanging out on the Hockey Channel talking about his NHL experiences and stuff. But yeah, we have all of these sports, and then we have sports that kind of maybe are just seasonal, like the World Junior Hockey Championships. We've been broadcasting that for years. The World Cup, when it comes around, we get that on the air. So there's a lot of different sports that are kind of even coming in and out, in addition to having all of these great deals with the biggest leagues in the world.
Yeah, and don't forget the comedy, right?
Some of the most listened to content on our programming is the comedy, because it gives you that absolute break from maybe what no one else can offer.
Yeah,
especially the way we do.
Yeah, I agree, and also giving our Canadian comedians a platform to get into that North American market, right?
It's I love the fact that we can have Canadian comics on our platform, and it's just every time I tune in to the channel, it makes me go, you would never know that this guy's a Canadian. He is just as good as the biggest comic in the world. The jokes, they stand up for themselves. And reason number 3, different ways to listen.
So, Jeff, let's talk a little bit about how customers listen and consume our content. Many moons ago, we removed the satellite radio tag from our logo, so now we're just SiriusXM, because we don't want to tell a customer how they can listen to and consume our service. We just want them to be a SiriusXM subscriber. So why don't we talk a little bit about the options that the customers have?
Yeah, you can listen literally anywhere now with SiriusXM. We're not just limited to being in your vehicle, right? And what that means is that, say I happen to be in the car and I'm listening to my favorite game. Well, when I go back into the house, or if I go out onto the dock, I can now bring that experience with me, and it's seamless, where I can continue listening to that program, that show, plus all the on-demand options that you want. You want to hear it right now, we can pull it up in just a second. It's really revolutionized SiriusXM.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Where our app is now versus where it was when we first launched, that functionality is really great for me personally. I get in my vehicle, I listen to SiriusXM. I've got my favorite channels, but I listen to SiriusXM kind of everywhere I go. When I go play a round of golf, I put on one of our Pandora stations, or I just put on one of our extra channels. But really, the options are endless for customers. When I'm at home, I use voice assist with a couple of Google Home Minis. How do you listen to SiriusXM at home?
I listen on my Sonos system, and then obviously I listen in the car. So I got the app on my mobile device in case I need to stream it to some other device while I'm out somewhere. I've got the Sonos system at home, which is awesome. Really love it. And then, of course, the car. And when you go out golfing, try this. Put it on the metal channel just when the drink cart comes around, because people are like, "What is happening here?"
This guy's trying to destroy my game here. And don't forget, lastly, when we're in the office too, we got nice overhead music here too. Plus, we got all these artists that are coming in doing live performances for us.
Can I tell you a funny story about that? Speaking of in office, my dentist, they have SiriusXM, and the dentist, they're working on your teeth, and she recognizes that I work for SiriusXM. Now she's asking me all these questions about SiriusXM while her hands are in my mouth, and I'm like, "Can we maybe take care of this a little bit later? Thanks for the music, but it doesn't
Focus.
work. It doesn't
Focus.
work." Yeah, let's fix that cavity first.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. We've gave you a pretty compelling statement as to why SiriusXM is the best. We talked about the content. We talked about the ways to listen. We talked about we're more than just music. We are sports. We're talk. We're entertainment. We're comedy. What are we missing?
You're missing the fact that there is so much discovery on all of those genres, all of those channels every single day.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. Well, there you have it. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. This is myself, Ricky Lima, and Jeff Leake, and can't wait to catch you guys soon.